Hello Java aspirants, this is Gaurav, an expert Java trainer. As per high demand from many people, I am commencing the Java discussion from scratch. Let's keep collection frameworks topic on the table today for discussion. What is collection objects? A collection object or a container object is an object which can store a group of other objects. In fact, collection objects does not store the physical copies of other objects. Since the other objects are already available in memory, storing another copy of them into collection objects would be wasting of memory. So JVM does not store the copies of other objects. It simply stores the reference of other object into a collection object. Collection stores only object primitive data types. What is collection framework? A collection object has a class called as collection class or container class. A group of collection class is called a collection framework. A collection framework is a class library to handle groups of objects. Collection framework is implemented in java.util package. This Java util package contains all the classes and interfaces for collection framework. First is sets. A sets represents a group of elements arranged just like an array. The set will grow dynamically when the elements are stored into it. A set will not allow duplicate elements. Implementation classes are HashSet and LinkedHashSet. Another one is list. They store a group of elements, but list allow duplicate values to be stored. Implementation class is stack, linked list, ArrayList, vector. Another one is queue. Represents arrangement of elements in FIFO order, first in, first out order. Implementation class is linked list. Last one is maps. Maps store elements in the form of key and value pair. If the key is provided, then its corresponding value can be obtained. Of course, the key should have unique value. Implementation class are HashMap, Hashtable. How to retrieving elements from collections? There are 4 ways to retrieve any elements from a collection object. First one is for each loop. For each loop is like for loop which repeatedly executed a group of statements for each elements of the collection. Next is iterator interface. Iterator is an interface that contains methods to retrieve the elements one by one from a collection object. Iterator has an option to remove elements from the collection. Next is list iterator interface. List iterator is an interface that contains method to retrieve the elements from a collection object, both in forward and reverse direction. List iterator is preferred to iterator. Next is enumeration interface. This interface is useful to retrieve one by one the elements like the iterator. Enumeration does not have options to remove elements from the collection. Iterator is preferred to enumeration. First, we'll talk about HashSet classes. A HashSet represents a set of elements or objects. It does not guarantee the order of elements. Also, it does not allow the duplicate elements to be stored. We can write the HashSet as class HashSet T. T represents the generic type parameter. It represents which type of elements are being stored into the HashSet. For example, to store a group of strings as below, HashSet string HS equals new HashSet string. Following constructors are available, HashSet and HashSet parameter is in capacity. Here capacity means how many elements can store initially into the HashSet. This capacity may increase automatically when more number of elements are being stored. Default value for capacity is 16. Another constructor is HashSet parameter are int capacity, float load factor. Load factor determines where the capacity of HashSet would be increased automatically. Default value for load factor is 0.75. Next is LinkedHashSet class. This is a subclass of HashSet class and does not contain any additional member on its own. It is a generic class that has the declaration class LinkedHashSet T. Next is stack class. A stack represents a group of elements stored in LIFO order, last in first out. This means that the element which is stored as the last element into the stack will be the first element to be removed from the stack. Inserting elements objects into the stack is called push operation. Removing elements from the stack is called pop operation. And searching of elements in the stack is called peep operation. Insert and delete of elements take place only from top of the stack is possible. We can write stack class as class stack E, where E stands for the element type. Suppose we want to create a stack that contains integer object. Stack integer object equal new stack integer. A stack is generally used for the purpose of evaluation of expressions. Another one is LinkedList Class. A LinkedList class contains a group of elements in the form of nodes. A linked list is used to store and retrieve data. Each node will have three fields. The data field contains data and the link field contains reference to the previous and next node. Linked list is very convenient to store data. Inserting the element into the linked list and removing the element from the linked list is done quickly and take the same amount of time. Insertion and deletion of elements from anywhere is possible in case of linked list. A linked list is written as class linked list E. For strings, linked list string like LL equal new linked list string. Next is ArrayList class. An ArrayList is like an array which can grow in memory dynamically. It means that when we store elements into the ArrayList, depending on the number of elements, the memory is dynamically allocated and reallocated to accommodate all the elements. ArrayList is not synchronized. This means that when more than one thread acts simultaneously on the ArrayList object, the result may be incorrect in some cases. The ArrayList can be written as class ArrayList E. E represents the type of element. For strings, ArrayList string ARR1 equal new ArrayList string. Another is vector class. A vector also store elements objects similar to ArrayList, but vector is synchronized. It means even if several threads act on a vector object simultaneously, the result will be reliable. The vector class can be written as class vector E. Here E represents the type of elements. For strings, vector string S equal new vector string. Next is HashMap class. HashMap is a collection that stores element in the form of key value pairs. If key is provided later, its corresponding value can be easily retrieved from the hash map. Key should be unique. This means we cannot use duplicate data for keys in hash map. However, hash map is not synchronized. We can write HashMap class as class HashMap KV, where K represents the type of key elements and V represents the type of value elements. For example, HashMap string integer HM equal new HashMap string integer. Next is Hashtable class. Hashtable is similar to HashMap, which can store elements in the form of key value pairs, but Hashtable is synchronized. We can write Hashtable class as class Hashtable KB, where K represents the type of key elements and V represents the type of value elements. For example, Hashtable string integer HM equal new Hashtable string integer. Array classes. Array class provides methods to perform certain operations on any one-dimensional array. All the methods of the array class are static, so they can be called in the form of array.method name. Next is StringTokenizer class. This class is useful to break a string into pieces called tokens. These tokens are then stored in the StringTokenizer object from where they can be retrieved. The code to create an object to string tokenizer as class StringTokenizer st equal new StringTokenizer parameters str delimiter. In this statement, the actual string str is broken into pieces at the position marked by a group of characters called delimiter. This is all about collection frameworks. Thank you for watching my video. Please keep watching my more videos to learn Java in an easy way. You can send me an email for any query to my email ID goforelearning@gmail.com. Thank you.